I'll never forget the icy grip of fear that clenched my heart as I watched the flames devour our home, my stepmother's sinister laughter echoing in the night. Little did I know, that horrifying moment was just the beginning of a journey I never imagined I'd take. Chapter 1: Into the Abyss. The fire danced hungrily, consuming everything in its path as I stood frozen in disbelief. How could she do this? How could my stepmother, the woman I once called mother, be capable of such cruelty? As the flames licked the sky and smoke billowed into the night, a strange sensation washed over me, pulling me into a vortex of darkness. I felt myself falling, tumbling through time and space until finally, I landed with a jolt on the cold, hard ground. Confusion clouded my mind as I took in my surroundings. This place was familiar, yet different somehow. It took me a moment to realize where, or rather, when, I was. I had been transported back in time, back to a time when my stepmother still held sway over our lives. But there was a difference now. I retained my memories of the horror and pain she had inflicted upon us. Chapter 2: The Second Chance. As the reality of my situation sank in, a glimmer of hope flickered within me. Maybe, just maybe, this was my chance to make things right, to change the course of history and prevent the tragedy that had torn our family apart. But it wouldn't be easy. My stepmother was cunning and manipulative, and she had already woven her web of deceit around my father and step-siblings. If I was going to earn their trust and prevent the disaster looming on the horizon, I would need to tread carefully. With determination fueling my every step, I set out to undo the damage my stepmother had wrought. I began by reaching out to my father, sharing my concerns and suspicions about her true nature. At first, he was reluctant to believe me, but as I presented evidence and recounted past events with eerie accuracy, doubt began to gnaw at his resolve. Chapter 3: Unraveling the Web. As I worked tirelessly to expose my stepmother's true intentions, I encountered unexpected challenges at every turn. She was a master of manipulation, adept at twisting the truth to suit her own nefarious purposes. But I refused to be deterred. Armed with the knowledge of what was to come, I forged ahead, determined to break free from her grasp and rewrite our family's history. With each passing day, I gained the trust and support of my step-siblings, slowly chipping away at the facade my stepmother had so carefully constructed. Together, we pieced together the puzzle of our past, uncovering secrets and lies that had long been buried. But just as we began to unravel the web she had spun, a new threat emerged, one that threatened to derail our plans and plunge us back into darkness. Chapter 4: A Race Against Time. As the days turned into weeks, the tension in our household reached a fever pitch. My stepmother grew increasingly desperate, her true colors shining through as her carefully constructed facade began to crumble. But we couldn't afford to let our guard down, not when the fate of our family hung in the balance. With time running out, we raced against the clock to uncover the truth and stop my stepmother before it was too late. In the end, it was a combination of cunning strategy and sheer determination that led to our victory. Together, we confronted my stepmother with the evidence of her crimes, forcing her to face the consequences of her actions. And as the dust settled and the truth came to light, I felt a sense of peace wash over me, knowing that we had finally put an end to the darkness that had plagued our family for so long. Epilogue: Redemption. In the aftermath of the ordeal, our family was forever changed. My stepmother, once the embodiment of evil, was now a shadow of her former self, humbled by the weight of her sins. But there was hope, too, the glimmer of redemption amidst the chaos. With time and forgiveness, my stepmother began to atone for her past misdeeds, slowly earning back the trust and respect she had lost. As for me, I had found my purpose in the most unlikely of places. Through adversity and triumph, I had discovered the strength within myself to overcome even the darkest of obstacles, proving that redemption is possible, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. And so, as I stood amidst the ashes of our past, I knew that our journey was far from over. But with each step forward, we moved closer to a future filled with hope, healing, and the promise of a better tomorrow.